Hey everybody, how's it going today? How's it going tonight? Wherever you are in this great big world, I hope you're doing alright. I want to make a video talking about one of the things that we have to deal with. It doesn't matter if we're a witch or your average Joe Blow. Doesn't matter. We have to come to terms sometimes that one of our mental demons keeps us down. Not only that, but ruins anything we do. This past week, I should really say the past 2 weeks, one of my oldest mental demons has been swinging and just wouldn't stop, especially in the last week. It was part of some of the stuff that went down. Ironically, it happened on the week that I entered my second month after calling upon Pazuzu ritually. And I see the connection. One of the oldest mental demons that I have to fight is always being looked upon as inferior, unintelligent, and just a class clown. Inferior, unintelligent, and a class clown. This demon of the mind has been with me 20 some odd years of my life. And no matter what I do, whether I make progress or I don't do anything, it shows up. And just tears me down. Especially when I'm making progress. I feel like people look at me and they think I'm just a joke. That I'm stupid. Now, I'll admit I'm not the sharpest tool of the shed, but I'm not the dullest either. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not smart. But I'm not stupid either. I just make dumb decisions. Poor life choices. In this past week, all of this rage poured out of me. It allowed me this energy boost, this surge of power to get things done. Like getting the 7 gates of the Zonai, the Dingir, the gods. And then the 4 gates. And the Mandal of Calling. Now this is the first one. The one I have shown before is the second one. I took this energy, this rage, this anger, and I applied it to my path to do the things that I need to do for it. To be quite honest with all of you, this mental demon that keeps me down, that beats me down. Brings this ugliness. It puts these false illusions in my head. These false thoughts. But I am not jealous of anyone, really. But this demon of the mind gets inside my head and tells me that my brothers and sisters in the craft will always be better than me. That I'm the weakest. I'm not good enough to walk with them. I'm not good enough to partake in their discussions. I will always be weaker than them. If we look at the Let's Talk video of The Sorcerer's Apprentice, or no, The Return of the Sorcerer, I talked about the two brothers. One was jealous of the other. That's the exact same demon that plagues me. The only difference is I am aware of it. I know of it. And the most I let it ever do to me is tell me how people think of me, how inferior I am to others. That's as far as I let it go. That's why I always think of the positives when I get to that point of just giving up. Of just giving up. Nine years this August, just throwing it all away. I stop. And I think, how they inspire me, how my brothers and sisters inspire me. Whether they're in the same craft or not, it does not matter. Granted, I don't have the knowing and the doing of my brothers and sisters. I admit that. I never claim to be more than what I really am. I'm still the apprentice, by the way. Even though it says mad magician, I'm still the apprentice magician. But I always stop to think of the positives, the moments where I have been influenced for the greater good. And that demon goes away, only to come back at another time but it is once again defeated. I talked to my girlfriend on Saturday. I was asking her if there was any other way I can gain the knowledge, since I'm technically barred from ever working with Maruka. Name number 2 of the 50 names of Marduk. To work with Maruka, you must be clean spiritually. Your spirit has to be clean. Your heart has to be clean. For he knows the true intentions of the priest, the practitioner. My heart is not clean. My soul is not pure. They're as black as the ace of spades. But she asked me, why? And I said, I admitted the truth to her, as I admit the truth to you now. Because no one takes me seriously. Now this was the pinnacle, where everything was just coming to a point. She saved the day by saying 2 things to me. She said, you don't owe anyone proof of your worth. And I can do my magic, my path, my life for myself, other than proving I can do it for the other people. That was some real mystical words right there. And she's right. I don't owe you or my enemies, my former enemies. I don't owe anybody a goddamn thing. And I shouldn't care. Of what others think I can do. What I can't do. I know what I'm capable of doing. And as the intro in the song says, because that is also part of this bullshit that has happened this past week. Like it says, doing it my way. It's the only way I know. If I don't do it your way, if I don't do it their way, tough shit. I gotta do it my way. Now that's not to say that I don't appreciate any advice. I will always be appreciative of advice, of helpful tips and tricks. But ultimately, I shouldn't be destroying myself to please anybody. Because I have this half-cocked notion that people think I'm just a backwoods well, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. I'll always appreciate anybody who helps me. I'll always appreciate those who have support for me, who want to see me grow, who have my best intentions. I will always love and cherish these people and hold them in high regard. But once that demon gets into my head, it takes all of that away. But I'm going to, well, I already did actually, but I copied and pasted these words that my wonderful girlfriend, who has stood by me through my asinine, inane ramblings and coonery. For the last 13 years. I take these words and I look at them when I start to think otherwise. When that demon starts to talk. Now this demon, like I said, was just part of everything that has gone wrong last week. Which was my fault, but no, it really was my fault. I fucked up. But it came to a point. This is one of the many things that Pazuzu is trying to help me with. This is one of the things I asked him to help me with, to overcome. But I gotta do things my way. I can't keep trying to be something I'm not. There's too many people in the spiritual and witchy communities, the pagan communities, that are fakers, liars, that want to spread their coonery to others. Just to make themselves feel better. Because they're jealous that they have no power. They don't believe in what they can do. So they're reduced to buying other people's work and belittling others. Or they don't have faith in their own work. I at least have faith in my work. And if people think that my magic is weak, well, that's your problem, not mine. Because I know what I'm capable of. And I shouldn't have to bend down to prove it to you. And I'm going to wrap this video up. And that's all I want to say, really. I just want to get this off my chest. Working with Pazuzu. He's definitely interesting. He'll make you realize during that moment that you wouldn't think possible that he's behind it. This is just one of those things he wants me to overcome. And it took me till Saturday to realize that. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Click that little bell icon to stay informed. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. If you want to find me on social media, my links are in the description. I want to thank all my brothers and sisters who support me, who want to see me achieve my goals, who want to see me to be the better me. And for those who want to see me as nothing. There's a special place in the underworld for you. There's a special place in the underworld for you. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of Good Friday, Passover on Saturday, and Easter on Sunday.